Well, hi, thanks for joining me. Hey, I'm about to have some fun with these three radios here. The two on the left are recent, have gone through my shop just recently. The one on the right, a couple or 3 years ago, I was at that one. I hadn't turned that one on at the right there, except once earlier today when I first set it up there, just to make sure it worked. But I don't really know what condition it's in, so it'll be interesting to find out. Take just a quick look. We'll start with this one here. So that's a General Electric. See, look at this. Look at the screen on it here. There's three lines, but there's scales above and below each of these lines. It's actually a 6-band radio, but at a glance you might think it's a 3-bander. It has this pretty neat dial here. You can look in there, you can see what band you're on. B. So A is the ordinary broadcast band, AM radio as we know it. B is what used to be a police band just above, and then we've got the different shortwave broadcast bands. The last one says G13, not sure why. Interesting. Push buttons up here. Look, it's still got the old station names in there. The Canadian stations. Oh, not that one, WABC. Okay, and very similar is this one. This is the 5-bander I just finished, Rogers radio. So each line is a band. And I'm going to jump back to the other one in a minute. You can see here's the AM band here, right at the bottom, and it's just progressively higher and higher shortwave bands. So this is just the broadcast, shortwave broadcast band. This one's the same way. These bands are just the shortwave broadcast bands. But what I wanted to show you too, which I find really distracting on this radio, is they've gone and put the AM frequencies in very large, in the middle, and put them right in the middle. It just kind of, I don't like the look of that myself. But anyway, that just makes it a little bit confusing to look at. The last one we're going to run is the PYE radio. This is a pretty serious receiver, I think. Look, it has a broadcast band plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more shortwave bands. It goes all the way up to 21 megahertz, but very high. The other two radios only go to 15. Okay, but what we're going to start with is just listening to regular AM broadcast band radio. Start with this guy here. I'm just going to be recording it with the microphones in my telephone here, so it may not be the best sounding deal, but we'll see. I think it'll be okay. Now, to listen to AM with this particular radio, I've attached a loop antenna. Okay, so here's the loop antenna right here. And of course, it can be swung around and steered. I'm just going to bring it a little bit out here. Okay. There we are. Let's see what we get here. I think I left this tuned on a station.
Break. Blood donation day. All the teachers are going in their
That woke me up.
districts to give blood. I'm not laying it on the teachers, obviously.
There's something a little funny about this radio right now, but let's hope it doesn't act up.
A couple of times years ago, but got away from it because life just got busy.
So this is 6:40 a.m. coming from Toronto. It's about 100 miles from here, 100 and no more than that, I guess. 120 miles from here, something like that. 180 kilometers or so. Okay, so I'm just going to turn the antenna now, and we'll see what happens here.
A question kind of outside the box here. Should it be time to start compensating donors the way they do in other jurisdictions? People freak out. That's what they do in the United States. Boo, Donald Trump. That's mean-spirited this, that's mean-spirited that. Yet Travis brings up a great...
So now we'll just run up and down the band a little bit. And leave the antenna aimed the way it is. Those are all Toronto stations there.
3-2 count on Malik Smith. The pitch is down and in, and the count is full.
Just talking to Carl Doxnader off air about your other hobby podcast.
If you knew someone needed
Awarding, but hotels.
Oh, something else about that antenna.
Funny.
That's because I'm sober.
Instant savings and free next on select properties. Tax
Dude.
and fees on goodhotels.com/rewards.
Big City News Time, 7:51. Time for traffic and weather together on the ones with Jordan Carr. This report is brought to you by Logic Asset Management. Westbound on the 401, approaching Dixon. The two left lanes remain blocked because of a collision. Crews are all on scene. Emergency crews, MTO, everyone's there. It's jammed from just west of the 400 in the Express to approaching Dixon, where the two left lanes are blocked. On the westbound Gardner, it's slow from Spadina to West.
Now the tuning is so critical that I actually have to tune it for every little bit I tune the radio. I should be tuning the antenna, but I'm just going to turn up the volume. That'll be my tuning.
And made his request while she waited outside.
I like to listen to music, but I can't do it on videos. Hear that? It's just an interfering signal.
People are Mexicans
That's
here
nice.
illegally, taking jobs. I think Mexicans do two things in this country. They work very hard and they pray. And occasionally they stuff our dead corpses with drugs and smuggle us across the border. But I'm not going to go tit for tat. I don't blame the Mexicans for coming here. We did something a little subliminally messed up to the Mexicans. See, when we were creating our country, just above Mexico, we created a state called New Mexico. Now, what Mexican want to check that out? There's a New Mexico! Stay down there! But the new, I know
This is 8:20, I believe.
Now we're all upset they're
8:20.
coming here. Iraq, Afghanistan, we got
Non-stop
what we need to do.
comedy channel. It's from somewhere in Ontario there. Sounds a little distorted there.
And noise until it bursts. So it's not funny, it's a fact. You might have to just get out and talk it out. The charities is defending their campaign, saying, look, it's resulted in an increase in calls to our child line. Groups who want to share their hopes, fears, worries, and frustrations. However, some people are like, no, you can't have it in a theater because we wouldn't be able to have open discussion and discuss what the ad was about. Whereas if it was on TV or online.
Okay, let's see. Here's a great. Well, if this interference is from a little bit of a distance here, I might be able to null it out with the antenna. Let's give it a shot. Alright, it's nulled out, but not much to hear there. the sun is just like the sun is, you know, it's mid-June, so the sun is up for a long time. It's quite. Well, let's look out. So you see, it's not even dark out yet. Tune the antenna and see if we can get something up in this area. Should get some noise. Oh, yeah, see, radio was acting up a little earlier when I first turned it on. It's not a good thing. So anyway, we made it to the end of the band here. Okay, time for another radio. Let's shut this one right off. Okay, we'll switch over to this one. But you know what, I don't need the loop antenna anymore. Just moving it out of the way. Okay, here we go. Now this radio is connected to an outdoor long wire antenna. It's about 100 feet of wire, about 50 of it is in the air, the other 50 is working its way to a room in my house. And this radio's actually got an antenna lead. You can see it right here. It goes up and connects to this wire, basically where it starts. It's overhead, or in the free part, kind of in the center of the wire. Can't do two things at once here. It's too complex. Go down to AM. That's the AM band there. Let's tune way down here. No, that's actually the high end. That's good. We're going to start where we stopped. Turn it up. No, that's not the volume. This is the volume. Oh, already. Tone. We're way up there. This is where the other radio ends. This AM on this radio goes higher. The wire antenna is inherently noisier. Okay, I had to run away there for a minute because I just became concerned that maybe the audio on this video is no good. I didn't want to do all this for nothing, but it sounds just fine, so let's keep going. Coming into the Toronto station area now. 740. $6.80.
Some of the technology that's coming
640.
our way this summer. Live from Los Angeles, a guy who knows more about tech gadgets and wizardry than pretty much anybody on the planet. I'm pleased to welcome Mark Saltzman to the program. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Alan, thanks for having me.
Great to have you on. What are you seeing this summer that's going to change things up and make life a little easier for us dads and moms up there?
Sure. So, I mean, again, the idea is that we want to reduce the "are we there yet" from the...
610. 590.
Good. You know, when we're on a road trip, so a tablet would be, by the way, a great idea for those on the go, because it's very intuitive for kids to use their fingertips to play games. Mom and Dad will love the fact that there's no shortage of free downloads from both the App Store if you're on iPad or Google Play if you're an Android user. And you know, you don't have to break the bank on an iPad, by the way. You can, for 100 and change, get like an Asus ZenPad 8, which is an 8-inch tablet that uses Android, that has a lot of the bells and whistles you might expect for something that costs twice as much.
Okay, so I was trying to get the magic eye to show up, but you know what? The magic eye is out of place in there. It's not lined up quite right. Okay, so that's this band.
Believe it or not, has adjustable tablet mounts that lets you lock in the tablet, load up a game, or as you said.
Okay. Now we're going to give a try on this radio. This is the one that I did quite a few years ago. I may not have done a good job on it. I don't think it has any panel lights. I think the eye is fairly bright. There's an eye in there. Magic eye. Thought it was bright. Okay, so we're going to start with the broadcast. Huh. Oh, wrong. Okay, wrong. Okay, we're on A. Okay, don't know what that other thing was doing. Okay, here we go. That's not very good at all. Not so good.
Embarrassing information on there? Could there be information that Seth Rich took this stuff out, or somebody else? Some DNC
Is that part of the reason? Is that
It's
part
way
of the
off.
reason why they
I don't think there's any way. Anyway, that's the
investigation?
correct frequency. 6.6 something? No.
Trails, the
What?
random
Anyway.
trails run off and implicate the Democratic Party?
Flip back now.
I think the real deal is, let's start with the lead.
Tone control worked right at the very end there. So we'll start this guy up again. Switch him to the 6 megahertz band. That's from here to here. You see how wide the stations are, how easy they are to tune, even with a small knob.
Luis Almagro señala responsables de la represión. Testifica el secretario de...
Something wrong there. I think the transmission's messed up.
Confirm the sort of information. And all they had to go on was Comey's memorandum. Was that sufficient to justify the stories?
No, stop. Just back up. Okay, I'm a reporter. You're my boss. Okay? You guys are my bosses. Melody, you're head of standards and practices. And Alfred, you're the top lawyer. Okay?
All right.
I'm the actual boss on the show boss with me. Because this is how this would go. Right? This is how this would go. Hey guys. Okay, so here's the meeting. Okay, here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the story. Okay. And I say to you, all three of you, so this could be obstruction of justice by the President of the United States. Whoa, okay.
6.15.
Well, I got a source. What's the first question you're going to ask me?
Ooh.
That's right. Well, if I tell you...
I tell you, I have to kill you. Okay. That was me, by the way. Okay, so this is the one, 6.15. Let's go looking for that.
A anonymous source.
Let me repeat that. Let's go looking for 6.15. Back over here. Now we're going to be on shortwave now. I have to put the antenna on it. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now we're on the 49 meter band. We're down around 6.3. 6.15 is right in here. So we hope to hear that loud signal right in here.
What do you think Coleman is really up to?
I think
I mean, is he simply incompetent, or does he have an agenda?
No, I think they're trying to destroy Donald Trump. Listen, he gave all this immunity away. Remember this? He gave immunity away? Do you know that he also took everybody's laptops and destroyed the laptops? So he gave immunity. He didn't prosecute a single person, let alone a conviction. He gave everybody immunity. He got all their records, and then he destroyed their laptops.
Not bad, eh? Sounds really good. Both these radios sounding really good.
Dave says that this, did he...
See, it sounds distorted. Yeah, sometimes signals are sent with hums in them, buzzes in the background, modulation too low, modulation too high, all kinds of stuff. It does happen on shortwave.
Everybody thinks is a nice virtue. Does anybody not like a humble person? I don't know anybody doesn't like a humble person. Everybody wants to be humble. In the sense, we'll be like the Most High. I'm not going to serve him. I'm going to serve me. I'm going to do my thing. And that is the spirit that he has infused this whole world system with. Folks, there is a battle, and people are on one side or the other that is going on in our world today. But thank God that on this occasion, David realized the nature of the battle. And there was not
Okay, let's go up one more band. So we'll be up in the 7 megahertz, which is actually a ham radio band in this area, and then shortwave really down in here. It's just a little different in different parts of the world. See what we got. That's the ham radio stuff there. Ham radio, single sideband.
Still come on the show, Nick Focus, a pilot project on generating a stable livelihood for fishermen in Halong Bay has had some initial success in helping people live harmoniously with nature and earn a stable income. The project
Radio China, obviously.
kilometers on the river Danube. The very smallest.
The stations are right next to each other. This radio can resolve them nicely. Okay, so I'm just going to turn the volume down on this one. So I turn these on and off all the time. Let's turn this guy back on. And we want to go on the, well, see, he doesn't have a 7. So we're going to jump up to the 9 here. I think we're just going to stick now with these two radios. I'm not so sure the other one's worth Worth trying out. Where are we? Okay, so now we're on the 9 megahertz band. Some rushing in the radio, if you can hear it. A rushing sound, that's not very good either. Okay, let's give it a go.
Profesioniștii dreptului cu societatea civilă pentru a vedea care poate fi rezonabil de natură să apună de acord.
Great part of it came from deep sea fishing. Relatively, there was Europe's third and the world's 10th in terms of size. We managed not only to simply cover Romania's domestic consumption, but we also exported fish back then. Unfortunately, we no longer rely on that fleet at present, and instead of exporting, we have to import fish. Romania presently covers
OK， 这是第一个意思，就是推广。有时候植入的广告叫 commercial placement。
And the answers they keep.
Keep it as much. Τι μας να φάμε. Η μάνα την κοίταξε παραξενεμένη. Παιδί μου, πώς έκανες αυτή την ωραία πράξη.
Okay, so that was 9 megahertz. I'm going to go over here back to this radio. We'll do 9. Okay, so we're on this band now, the green band. Starting at the bottom here.
În dezbatere, Matei ne-a oferit detalii. E bine, între dorințele domnului Dragnea de...
Just by the way, the remarkable thing at the last radio was there was virtually no noise. Just radio stations with no noise. It's kind of surprising.
Vizita premierului Grindeanu în Croația. România și Croația au...
And the big hit car. Exporter is seldom reproved.
It's just I've never kept my link.
No.
I didn't know that there was something
In the future?
that happened to a failure.
You can't get a plant if you go to
It says, why Catholics thrive in the CIA. Hear me. Look over here. Hear me. Hear me, friends. Hear me. Everything I've shown you are things happening within the past 2 weeks. Can you see what's happening? Is the Pope going to be made the head? And what will happen once they make him the head?
Old-time Pentecostal preachers and others too, 60 years ago, they meant to keep the church, so they forced them to do it, the rest of the good people, to keep it an adultery-free church as best we can. But clean the church of God! That person with his home for 60 years ago, they whooped you, friends, the better ones. Oh, right about that time, right after here come the loosey-goosey full gospels, they call them. Hey, the loosey-goosey full gospels. Charismatic style, easing on with it. Fire, Richard! Well, you never got reproved or rebuked for the errors you walking in anymore. Hey, praise you. We sang and praised the Lord. Sing on in, boy. Hey, you woman. Hey, you woman, you praying all the time. You heard me preaching. Well, you gotta do is read the book of Genesis. God done told Adam what the deal was, her too. Satan called working on the woman.
Oh boy.
We don't have peace with God just by confessing Jesus Christ as our Savior. We maintain peace with God by keeping our hearts pure before Him.
Boy, that's a bit of a change, eh?
Okay. Actions tell whether we hear. Hey, praise what Jesus said.
There's so much. I hope you'll stay tuned. This is the point. And he's going to
Boy, I tell you, one will put you to sleep, one will keep you awake. Okay, that was fun. So that was 9. So let's skip up to 11. Okay, so 11, this band does appear on the other radio, so we'll go up. Okay, so now we're on the red band. Red band. Here we go. Oop, wrong dial.
Bueno. Doble. Nado establece formalmente relaciones con un país estratégico, el que controla el canal interoceánico por el que pasa un sí. Por otro lado, disminuye el número de apoyos a Taiwán, al que considera una provincia rebelde. Para Panamá, la relación también se enmarca en la apuesta de Panamá tras Estados Unidos. En el pasado año que
some kind of telecommunications there. But again, without a BFO, it's hard to hear. So I see the sideband thing. Okay, so that was, let's see, 11.4 to 12.1. Okay, so over here I have 11.6 to 12.1. Almost exactly the same. So we're on that band now. The radio's turned up almost full.
Y hay un refrán que yo diría que es su favorito. Que me pido que lo vuelva por conocer. Que traducido a esta situación sería más vale la corrupción.
Desde la sala de monitoreo internacional, Ricardo Terán, Melvis Martínez, con las informaciones.
Saying quiet than there it is. Okay, now it's still light out. Let's go up to this top band, but it's getting a little late in the day for okay, here we go. Nothing. Okay. This guy here. Up to the 19 meter band. Again, I wouldn't expect to hear anything. Down here at the bottom. $15.2. Pretty clear who's winning that battle. Wow, this guy is doing better now. He's built to go to higher frequencies, so maybe, you know, he's still kind of loping along here at 15 megahertz, whereas this guy is working at the end of his rope. But now I want to turn this one back on and go up on that 15 band and see what we can find on it. This means I have all three radios running, all of them connected to the antenna directly. So I want to go up to the 19 meter band. Okay. Too bad my light, I don't have lights in this radio. Different station. Unless they started. I know what they're talking now.
También puede enviarnos su carta a la siguiente dirección. Departamento de